Hi guys, Puddin here with the gameplay for you in my Z52, and I'm divved up with Megadude. Now, you will be seeing both of our perspectives, and there's a reason you are not seeing my captain build, is because Sneaky did the recording and put this all together, so if you have an issue with that, you can bring it up with him. But this is my if you've seen any of my other Z52 games, none of my skills really have changed. I more or less have this set up as a torpedo boat, just because those torps reload so fast. Even though they only go out to 10.5 kilometers, Mega and myself decided to go to A. There's also a reason why you're not getting the live comms of this gameplay is because, well, we were kind of shit talking each other and it was a little excessive, so I decided against it. But what the changes to this map is there's no longer two islands on A, there's just one. This is also an older gameplay, but what I'm doing is making my way to the DD spot on A because there's only 4 of us. Looks like for the most part the team is going to C. So we are going to be the flank. And I let Mega know, RPF points, that there's definitely something coming over this way. Oh, sorry. That was a very bad cough. Now, all I want to do is get to that island. Mega's going out wide for a reason. Because what would the other DD do? Make his move to this island. Now, I'm just hoping there's not going to be a Des Moines immediately to my right around E4 island, right on the western side of it to be able to pummel me. Now, of course, my hydro's up. I'm just kind of dropping torps to stop this guy from coming out as we go to Mega's perspective. And this is why I rushed the island, because I could hopefully get that DD spotted for Mega to do some damage to him. But of course, now there's a Neptune coming into the area, and well, now I'm gonna sit here and protect the cap from this Neptune. And the way I was gonna do that was keep him on hydro for Mega to pummel this guy with his AP, because there's a smoke cloud and nothing can see Mega. Mega is shooting with impunity. Nothing can see him. When he shoots his guns, is he gets, what, a total of 7 citadels on a broadside Neptune. That is the power of Hindenburg AP. Mega is playing with his speed. Now, instead of switching to AG right away, I do believe Mega just kind of goes with the school of thought. Fire what you got, have what you want loaded for the next round. As you can see, he only did about, we're just going to say about 2,000 damage. As he's still pummeling this Iowa. And as the AG comes in, you can see he does, 2,000. He did about 3,000. So he did about an extra 1,000 worth of damage just by his AG. The thing with the German ships, or German AP for the cruisers, is it really needs a perfect broadside target. U.S. cruisers might be able to get away with doing some significant damage as Mega realizes this guy's going extremely slow and just slowing down. Mega is playing with his speed to make this guy miss. I do believe Mega is more or less set up for clans battles. You can see Sneaky is trying to point out that, see how he's angled against everybody, to Des Moines and the other guys, but he's got all his guns to bear on the Iowa. Now, of course, I'm letting Mega know with my torps what the guy's doing, and what this does is kind of frees up Mega from having to do the switch himself. Now, the other thing is, Sneaky yelled at me for, you didn't shoot your guns enough. You could have shot your guns enough and done more damage. Right now, I don't want to shoot my guns, because in order to shoot my guns, really I'd have to smoke up to try to stay hidden. just to preserve my health as much as possible. You could say for the most part I am more or less playing like a sneaky little Japanese deity. But you know what? With the Des Moines pushing up in, it's time to get out of here. These guys are pushing, they're making their move. There's no point in trying to hold this gap. I would just die. Because I know, for a simple fact, if the Henry is driven by OPG Dr. Citadel, that the second I get spotted, he will turn his guns and start shooting at me because he knows I'm supporting the one ship that is going to make his life miserable, the Hindenburg. So he's going to get rid of what he can so Mega loses any sort of support. The other thing is, it's a Worcester, Hindenburg, and myself. So there's only two ships that are spotted. The Hindenburg, possibly the Worcester. I know I am not spotted. It's those torps I dropped are just more or less random torps. It's very hard to predict super unicum level maneuvering, and while Dr. Citadel may not be super unicum, he is extremely good player. So it's not going to be easy to predict his movements. But what I can do is predict that he's going to dodge my torps and force him to get away from Mega. That's really what those torps were meant for. And as you can see, those shots are actually all coming at me because I am actually radared by Des Moines. I do not use my guns a lot when there's a radar cruiser in the area because you are asking, at least in my experience, you're asking for trouble. As Mega switches to AP for the broadside Des Moines because I am screaming and begging, using some profanity for him to please kill this stupid ass Des Moines. Now, I was going to drop torps going in this way to potentially get those cruisers, but I noticed on the minimap our Grosser Kurfürst is going to YOLO 3 active ships that are spotted. Now 4 active ships that are spotted, and there's the DD. So he's just going to YOLO into 5 ships because, well, that obviously can end extremely well, which is why I'm not dropping my torps. In essence, what he's doing is he's going for it and cock blocking my torps, which means now I'm setting up for torps on the Yamato. This guy's been a little bit predictable as far as just been doing the nose-on thing. Now, I do remember at this point that the indicator was showing he was going to go behind the island, but I do believe he's really just going bow into the Kurfürst, who thankfully killed the Des Moines, as I get picked up on Moscow radar for a brief moment. Now, I do believe Mega might have shot some AP or something, but all this Yamato is doing is he's actually kind of playing it smart. He's cutting off how many people can shoot at him by using the island. The only problem is he's, well, still kind of going forward. I'm keeping him spotted for Mega. Obviously, I let Mega know that he took a torp, he took a flood, and his DCP was down. I let him know I just put another flood on him, as Mega is going to continue to pummel him with HE. But as you can see, the Yamato's, you know what, he's somewhat playing it smart. Really, the only guy who can shoot at him is Mega and Hindenburg, but unfortunately for the Yamato, I have been setting his, keeping his DCP on cooldown by getting my floods. I do believe he is flooding right now, just from seeing the smoke come out of the smokestack, the white puffs. So, obviously I'm communicating this to Mega. Now, you always hear us say, the power's in the teamwork, the power's in communication. And, you know what, this is going to come, extremely apparent towards the end of the game. Now, luckily, we finished off the Yamato. Now, at this point is really when I looked at Mega, and if you were paying attention to the minimap, you saw me cut back. I said, these guys are all going to B. Like, A is open. Like, I'm gonna make my way back to A as Mega pops his spotter plane to get shots in on the Moskva. Now, this is what I was saying about German AP. It would need a little bit more of a broadside to do some serious damage to where any of the U.S. cruisers, you pretty much could have pummeled them even on an angle like that. But I'm sure the German AP would have done something. It wouldn't just be as massive as if he was just broadside. Now, of course, this is my issue with long-range shooting, as I'm lighting up a cigarette. Sorry, but I'm actually in a lot of pain right now. He's trying to focus in on the Moskva, and here's the issue with long-range shooting. It doesn't take much for this guy just to negate Mega shots. He doesn't even have to try to adjust the Mega shots, just adjust to something else. Now, the reason for us coming back to A was twofold. One, stop them from getting points, because really the reason we're winning this game is because we've controlled the caps. We've been going back and forth on the ships. This is really about killing the enemy, and the caps are there to encourage people to fight. If you support your caps a lot more, you're going to win a lot more games than that. But the reason for us coming back to A is, one, because we will keep the cap lead. Two, is now the guys at B have to decide, do they continue on to C, or do they come back to try to get B? There's 3 DDs left on the enemy team. There's me. I'm the last surviving destroyer on our team. Luckily for us, I have been playing extremely sneaky type like stuff. And like I said earlier, the reason I really haven't popped my smoke or shot my guns is twofold. Let my torpedoes do the job for me. The torpedoes can pretty much delete every single ship in the game. My guns is going to take a very long time to get rid of some of these ships. Doesn't mean I shouldn't use my guns to help get rid of a ship, but shooting your guns, popping your smoke, tells the enemy where you are. These guys can guesstimate where I'm at by, okay, his torpedoes came at me from this way, which means he's going in this direction. But did he double back? Is he going straight away? Is he continuing on that? As I let Mega know that the Conqueror definitely used his DCP, because obviously I put a flat on him. And I just let Mega know I'm just going to spot. That's the other thing. If I'm just spotting for Mega, there's no reason for me to smoke up, and there's no reason for him to shoot, because I'm going to give my position away. And if Mega wasn't spotted while he was shooting, that obviously means that they're all going to shoot at me. Now, this is what I mean by extremely good players. Now, Dr. Citadel is not a low-end Unicum. He is a Unicum, or maybe even a Super Unicum. I'm not sure, but I know he's an extremely good player. And as you can see, he's able to do all the maneuvering type-like stuff that you would expect from a highly skilled player, to get all of his guns to bear while keeping his ship protected and mitigate any sort of damage. Now, I noticed that, for the most part, Mega's in trouble. Mega is going to need help. So, you know what? I start shooting at him. I'm a German DD. I definitely have the AP loaded, and I'm doing some serious damage to this gentleman. Now, the thing is, like I told Mega, he has to go broadside to somebody. I'm not too worried about the Conqueror, who missed my torpedoes. I'm really not concerned about sitting in the smoke, but I did have to smoke up to help Mega, so the Conqueror did not shoot at me. Obviously, the Conqueror now knows exactly where I'm at, which could have gave him the possibility to either move or do whatever to avoid the torps. I am going to finish off Dr. Citadel, as the chat has been going nuts about OPG versus ZR, Guess what? The No Name Clan wins. Cheeky kill steal is still a kill. Doesn't matter. But as you can see, by us coming back to A, we forced a couple of their ships to come back, which might have left a couple of our ships alive. As I really just panic dropped these torps. These were bad torps. I knew it at the time and shouldn't have done it, so I'm going to tell you now. It was a mistake. Bad torps. Shame on me. Something is obviously on A cap, and we need to protect it. And I tell Mega, you know what? I'm going into, we can see which way the Conqueror is going. So the Conqueror is going to pretty much be out of this fight because he's got the island that is probably going to block any of his shots. Now, I got my Hydro going just in case of torpedoes, and I believe that was because of the Henry. But luckily, my Hydro picked him up, and what I mean by this is an older game is I believe my Hydro range is only 5.8, not the new 6 kilometers. Now, I've got the AP loaded because I'm German. That's a gearing. He's going to turn and show me broadside, and I'm going to be doing a lot of damage. I'm going to be doing more damage with my AP with him showing me broadside. But luckily, I have Mega, and on this, to help me out, as Mega steals high caliber from me. Turn around, it's fair play, I guess. They stole Dr. Citadel from you. But I dropped torps to keep that guy situated that way so he really couldn't drop anything on me, and to potentially help Mega because it was a little bit better of a shot with that guy showing some of his side. As you can see, all the shells coming in on me. Now, luckily for me, I did keep a lot of my health, and here comes the Moskva, and there's no way I'm taking on a Moskva and a Conqueror from me. Now, I don't know what our last ship is. I think it's a Worcester. Sorry, I'm having trouble seeing it. But he's way to the south. It would have been nicer if that gentleman was a little bit more north, but I don't know really what's going on at B and C because we've been sitting around at A. It's Mega finishes off the Conqueror. And of course, I'm in full, please kill the Moskva. Please kill the Moskva. Now, this is what Hindenburgs excel at because they have built-in IFAG is dealing with bow-in targets. Moskva is food for Hindenburgs, but at the same point, a Moskva is no cakewalk. They are pretty much even on health. So if I can get in a position, I'm trying to make my way to the north of the island to help out Mega, as Mega is dealing with the Moskva. And I tell Mega this, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to the north where even if this guy radars me, he cannot shoot me. I let him know the torps may keep him on course. I'm not sure if any of them are going to hit. But like I said, I do this to keep the guy on course, to force him to do some sort of maneuvering. As you can see, and I'm finally opening up with my guns. As from downtown, the Republic finishes off Moskva, or finishes off our Hindenburg, leaving me alone against 3 ships. Now, luckily, I have been able to preserve most of my health. What I'm going to do is rush towards the center of this island, and this is where communication comes into play. I have my Hydro running, and I tell Mega, please be in free overhead view, and tell me which way the Moskva's guns are facing, because I'll just come out the other side. The other thing is I have the AG loaded because I want guaranteed damage. I don't want any bounces or shatters. Now, I make a big mistake. I get a little bit too close to where this guy gets assured detection, so he knows what side I'm coming. But luckily for me, Moskva guns do not turn extremely fast. But it's still a mistake because the Republic is the one that finished off Mega, and that was an extremely long-range shot. As I secure the cap, and here comes the shells. All I've got to do is avoid these, is look at all those shells that came in. Luckily for me, they missed, and now with time running out, all I have to do is run away as I give a cheeky not today OPG Of course, with my horrific goddamn spelling and typing skills, but I still say GG, and it was all in good fun. It wasn't to call them out or anything like that. It was just, you know what, usually those guys can hard carry by themselves. I make a quick joke of time to go YOLO something, which is what I'm not going to do. Just going to run away because we are going to win on points alone. So now it is time for the post-battle results. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and remember, the power of teamwork comes in as supporting your division mate through communication, supporting him by spotting for him sometimes, not shooting your guns all the time, just letting him do the damage, and, you know, just working well together. I think sometimes we lose sight of that when we play together, you know, because everybody wants to be the one with the kills and the high damage. When you know what, more importantly, it is just about the win. I hope everyone is having one heck of a great Christmas. If I do not get something coming up, I also hope everybody has a happy new year. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and continuing having yourselves one heck of a great holiday, hopefully.